Have you heard what he said about Social Security? Well, if not, I'm going to play a clip for you here in this video so you can hear for yourself exactly what was said about Social Security and what type of program he anticipates this really is and what is going on within this program behind the scenes that we don't hear about all that often. In fact, I have the clip pulled up on my phone right here. I will play this in just a second here so you can hear exactly what he's saying about this, and something I certainly just want you to hear because this is actually very, very important to understand, because a lot of us take this program for granted, maybe as we look at it and think, our benefits will be there forever. There's honestly no guarantee of that whatsoever. Now, I want to be fair with you. I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm not here to instill fear in anybody. The program will be around for a very long time, but at the same time, they have no promise, no obligation to pay us in any way, shape, or form. There's no guarantee of that whatsoever, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that, because there's no rule, there's no law, there's nothing in place that says they must pay us Social Security. We're lucky to get it. That's super awesome to be able to get these benefits, but there's literally no promises, no guarantees whatsoever. So what he's talking about here in this clip is also something we certainly just want to think in the back of our mind, like, hey, you know, it's probably something we just want to pay attention to, okay? Anyway, whether you like them or you hate them, that's not what this video is about, but rather I just want you to hear the message that is being stated within this clip right here, which I will play for you. And again, I know there's a ton of controversy about this guy, and that's totally fine. Again, I don't care at all if you love him or you hate him. That's not the point. I just want you to hear the message and what is being conveyed here in this little clip. Which, by the way, I do want to give a quick shout out to Joe Anders, Kit Kat, and Don Martinez, all of which are enrolled in Medicare, just like 70 million people out there, as they called that team of trusted advisors to get some help with their Medicare plans. They got their questions answered. They got some help with their plans, found better plans, better coverages, and saving a bunch of money, just like about 3,000 of you here in this community that have called that team of trusted advisors right there. Again, completely for free to get some help with your Medicare plans. So again, if you are one of the 70 million people enrolled in Medicare, do yourself a huge favor. Call them, get a quick review. They're going to ask you a few questions, figure out which plan you're currently on and what other plan options you have that are a better fit, better coverages, personalized to you, get you better benefits, save you a bunch of money so that you're properly covered. It's totally free. Seriously, about 3,000 of you here in the community have already called them. Give them a call. Seriously, you never know what's out there, and I guarantee you this much. There's a lot of you here in this community because 90% of seniors are on the wrong plan. There's a lot of people out there that are not properly covered, and that's a very vulnerable situation. I don't want anybody to be in that situation. They will help you out completely for free. Give them a call. After you talk to them, by the way, leave a comment down below. Let me know how it goes. And make sure to use the word chapter within your comment, and I'd love to give you a shout out, just like Joe Anders, Kit Kat, and Don Martinez right here in this video. Again, thanks so much for reaching out. Okay, we're going to play this clip here in just a second so you can hear it, but I want you to just listen to the message, okay? You might be cringing the whole time thinking, oh man, I hate this guy. That's okay, okay? That's okay. Just listen to the message, and then I'm going to come back in just a second, and we'll talk about the details. The clip is only like a minute and 20 seconds long or so, give or take a little bit, and then we'll talk about the details. All right, here's the clip. Let's play it now, and just listen to that, and I'll catch you again in just a little over a minute here, and we'll talk through the details.
Government's one big pyramid scheme, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
Right, explain that.
Oh, so... well, people pay into Social Security, and the money goes out of Social Security immediately, but the obligation for Social Security is your entire retirement career. Like, if you look at the future obligations of Social Security, it far exceeds the tax revenue. Far. Have you ever looked at the debt clock?
Yes.
Okay. There's our present day debt, but then there's our future obligations. So when you look at the future obligations of Social Security, the actual national debt is like double what people think it is because of the future obligations. So basically people are living way longer than expected. And there are fewer babies being born. So you have more people who are retired and that live for a long time and get retirement payments. However bad the financial situation is right now for the federal government, it will be much worse in the future. At the risk of being a buzzkill here.
Did you see...
So we better fix what we've got right now, because if it's bad now, it's going to be much worse in the future.
Okay, now obviously that is Elon Musk being interviewed by Joe Rogan, and one of the key points that I want to bring to your attention is, it was right at the beginning of the clip, which was, he talked about Social Security, and he was talking about the money that they bring in through tax revenues literally goes right out the door to beneficiaries. That is true. That is 100% true. Now, just a few weeks ago, we got the annual Social Security Board of Trustees report. I've talked about it before in other videos. But in that report alone, Social Security self-reported that they paid out $67 billion more last year to beneficiaries than what they actually brought in through payroll taxes and interest on the money in the trust fund, as well as taxation on benefits. So they literally ran a deficit of $67 billion last year. So what Elon said at the beginning of the clip, which was Social Security brings in money, they're paying out more to beneficiaries than what they're bringing in, that is 100% true. That's the whole insolvency issue that we've been talking about, is they're slowly depleting the trust fund of Social Security. In about 7.5 years or so, give or take a little bit here, that trust fund is going to be completely empty. At that point, we're going to see a cut, an automatic cut to benefits, anywhere between 23-ish%, give or take a little bit. That's going to be a really bad situation if they don't do anything about this, okay? So point being is, the other thing that I want to point out within his clip there is he said, we're also need to take into consideration is future obligations. This is totally true. This is totally true, right? What's interesting about this is that Social Security has like a $22 trillion deficit over the next 75 years. In other words, they have obligations at a tune of $22 trillion more over the next 75 years than what they actually can pay. That's a major problem. In other words, what that means is, in simple, basic verbiage, which is, they basically have a bill of $22 trillion to beneficiaries that they don't have money for. I mean, just imagine that. That's like us getting a bill for like $22 million when we don't have any money. What are you going to do about that? Nothing, right? We don't have the money. We can't pay the bill. It's literally the same thing with Social Security, except their numbers are significantly larger. A $22 trillion bill, and they've got no money. That's a major problem, okay? So again, that's why I said at the beginning of the video, whether you like Elon or you hate him, that doesn't matter. That's not the point here. It's the messaging in which he's talking about here is actually something we certainly need to pay attention to, and something we certainly need to think about, because this is actually a major issue. The problem is, what are they doing about it? I'm going to tell you the answer. Nothing. They're doing nothing about this right now, which is actually a major concern. Now, I'm going to be fair. We don't have to do any concerning, worrying, anything like that about Social Security right now, okay? The program is fine for roughly the next 7.5, maybe 8 years if we're very, very lucky. Realistically, this timeline continues to contract. Every year that goes by and we get the Social Security Board of Trustees annual report, that timeline contracts a little bit more and a little bit more. We're only about 7.5 years away. By the time that we get within, say, 3 or 4 years, that timeline's probably going to be moved up to like 2032, 2031. It's realistically probably not as far away, nearly as far away as what they're telling us. Right now, based on the current trajectory, based on the current claim rate, based on the current income into Social Security, we're looking at like 7.5 years. It's really not that far. The closer and closer we get, the closer that timeline moves closer to us. So my point being is we're probably only like 6 years, maybe 6.5 years away. We're not that far. Okay, and again, we're good until then, but if they don't come together with a long-term solution on this, we could be dealing with a major, major issue that it seems like nobody really wants to face right now. I don't know what it is with these lawmakers, but they should really be working on something, because here's the deal. Every single day and week and month and year that ticks by that they do nothing is just making it a little bit more difficult, right? It's just making it a little bit more difficult. Time is of the essence to fix Social Security, And that's kind of what Elon is talking about here. Anyway, this clip, by the way, it circled around a few months ago. It is from a few months ago, to be fair with you. But it circled around then, and I came across it again recently. I thought, this is actually a pretty good piece here that I just want the community to hear and just understand that, like, there is some truth and there is some fact to what he's talking about here. But then again, obviously, he calls it a Ponzi scheme, stuff like that. So again, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. We don't need to discuss that. I mean, that's his opinion. Okay, fine. We've heard that a million times. I mean, how many times have you heard that about Social Security over the last 20, 30 years, right? We've heard it so many times, right? We don't need to go down that rabbit hole. We don't need to discuss that. Who cares? It just is what it is. An opinion's an opinion. That's fine. But point being is that let's look at the big picture here. What's the money going out? What's the money coming in? What's the future obligation? Those are the things that I want to focus on and actually that I'm concerned about with the longevity of the program. Make sense? Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Again, if you have not done so, make sure to join Joe Anders, Kit Kat, Don Martinez, as well as a whole list of other names that I could sit here and rattle off for you. I've been giving a lot of shout outs lately in videos, but they are on Medicare. If you are one of the 70 million people on Medicare, please do yourself a huge favor. Just call them. It's totally free. No obligation. Seriously, it's not a sales pitch. There is nothing to buy. I have nothing to sell you. Look around on the channel anywhere you want, in the description, all over on the channel. I literally have nothing to sell you. It is totally free. I focus on free stuff. Videos are free, content is free, calling them is free, live streams are free. Literally everything here on the channel is free. Okay, I have nothing to sell you. All I'm trying to do is help you out. Here's the deal. I helped my parents last year enroll in Medicare. You probably heard me say this before. It was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. We had no idea what we were doing. We were frustrated. We were irritated. We were like hating each other. I mean, seriously, it was a bad deal. My point is, we did not know about them at the time. We tried to hack this out ourselves. It was a bad, bad, bad deal. After all that, I was like, there's got to be a better way. I had no idea. Found them. After a bunch of research, found them. And I thought, you know what? We're going to partner with them simply because they offer a free service to help seniors navigate Medicare completely for free so that you don't have to go through what I did with my parents last year. It was a mess. Total mess. Okay, so anyway, it's just a free service for you to get a review on your Medicare plan, and they will help you find the best plan at the best coverages, with the best price, with the best fit for you and your personal needs. By the way, we all need something very, very different. And they're also going to ensure that you can see the doctors you want, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to visit, the prescription needs if you have any at all, whatever it happens to be. Again, bring your wish list. Tell them what you want, and they will do the search, and they will find all that for you and help you with your questions, anything else you need, okay? Just give them a call. You never know what's out there. And again, 90% of seniors are on the wrong plan. Please don't be one of those statistics, okay? Anyway, after you talk to them, whether it's good, bad, whether they help you get a better plan, save a ton of money, whatever it happens to be, leave me a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. That's the keyword I search for, by the way. And then I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video, just like Joe Anders, Kit Kat, Don Martinez, as well as all the other people I've been giving shout outs to lately in the other videos. All right, anyway, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. Write that phone number down, take a picture, take a screenshot, give them a call right now. Seriously, give them a call, talk to them, let me know how it goes, and look forward to hearing from you. All right, anyway, please, if you're new here, subscribe, 100% free, subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button right down below. Make sure to hit the like button, thumbs up button down below. Otherwise, share that phone number with anybody that you know that is on Medicare. Again, anybody on Medicare. There's 70 million people out there on Medicare, and they will help you with your supplement, Medigap plan, Part D plan, Medicare Advantage, or if you're turning 65 or retiring, they will help you with the initial enrollment as well. It's a great service. Anyway, it's free, by the way, okay? Otherwise, check out the other 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen now. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Until next time.